This is the new Nike Zoom Mercurial Superfly, complete with a built-in airbag and the most recent Lucent Pack color palette. So Nike is now putting airbags into their football boots? Like me, you're probably wondering, does this technology translate to a soccer shoe? And if so, how does it feel? Today, I'm here to give you the scoop on both the collared Superfly and the low-cut Mercurial versions of the shoe. Before we start though, make sure that you're subscribed to our channel and hit the bell icon to be the first to know about all the latest cleat and gear releases. So Nike has been at the forefront of the speed cleat game now for some time with the wildly popular Mercurial franchise. But what's so special about this new release in terms of new technology? Firstly, let's take a look at what Nike's saying about the shoe. Built from the ground up for the modern footballer, the Zoom Mercurial features an articulated 3/4 length Zoom airbag that sits directly inside the plate of the boot, bringing the foot closer to the ground for an even greater sense of snappy, propulsive energy return. The newly designed Vaporposit Plus upper features a speed cage design, a data-driven support system that offers lockdown support where footballers need it most. The Zoom Mercurial also debuts a tri-star stud pattern. The new stud design helps footballers move laterally as well as downhill for faster play in all directions. So now we have the scoop from the brand, it's time to discuss how I think all of this technology performs on foot. First up, let's talk about comfort and fit. The Mercurial line has always been a narrow-fitting cleat. Built on a similar last with that iconic low-profile silhouette, this version is no different. Over the years and with the introduction of the elasticated Flyknit and Vaporposit, however, this Mercurial has evolved to become much more accommodating to a wider variety of foot shapes, and this further refined version of Vaporposit makes the upper, for me, quite possibly the best iteration yet. The big talking point regarding comfort is the newly introduced airbag. A first in football boot design, this cushioning pod extends from toe to midfoot and is cleverly built into the sole plate of the cleat. Nike has designed this airbag specifically for footballers with the articulated shape able to flex and bend in line with soccer-specific movements. The foam insole features a shallow cavity that locks around the airbag to prevent slippage and allow space for the airbag to sit more seamlessly. But can you actually feel this airbag at work while you're wearing them? The answer is absolutely yes. It makes sense that with the technology that crosses over from Nike's running department, there's a springy running shoe-like sensation when you take off and land. And while it's subtle, it also makes for a really responsive and comfortable ride. The springy sensation that you get while wearing these is really unique in a soccer cleat and could be a revolutionary approach on par with the introduction of knitted upper materials that we saw back in 2014. So a strong start from this new Mercurial creation in terms of comfort and fit. Now let's talk about the all-important touch on the ball. The updated Vaporposit Plus material has been refined into a chevron-shaped pattern that has a much more tactile finish to it than its predecessor. Doing away with a lot of the internal structural elements seems to have helped this edition in terms of a more forgiving and closer to the ball contact. And while there's still a structural skeleton to ensure lockdown, it seems that the Vaporposit Plus is doing a lot more of the work on its own and feels a lot more like a seamless one-piece upper. A plush, almost spongy microfiber inner liner makes for an overall softer and slightly more deadened touch on the ball, which is sure to go down well with all Mercurial fans. In what can only be described as a top-to-bottom redesign, the outsole of this Merc has had some major tweaks made to it as well. Now sporting a 3-pronged stud design for more multi-directional grip, a midfoot section that sits much lower to the ground to accommodate the airbag above, additional mini studs to further disperse weight through the forefoot, and structural beams for better support and more responsive takeoff, the Zoom Mercurial design seems to focus not only on speed, but also a smoother, more comfortable ride underfoot. Overall, this is an extremely well thought out redesign that really keeps the needs of the athlete in focus at every turn. The idea of conserving energy so that you can perform at a high level for longer is a concept that players of all levels can appreciate. Top marks for integrating the Zoom bubble in a way that improves comfort and responsiveness, and also for the exceptional new upper execution. Set to be worn by world footballing elite, you'll see these cleats on the likes of Kylian Mbappe, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Samantha Kerr. So that's all I have for you on the new Nike Zoom Mercurial. Make sure you leave me a comment in the section below telling me what you think of the cleats. Like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, you can find these cleats on SOCCER.COM. I'm Sam, and I'll see you guys next time.